Let me make sure everybody. Thank you for recording. All right, for Karen, and there was someone else that came in. I apologize, I missed your name. So this is the area where we are, Dominical, Costa Rica. Here, reuniting with our Topanga community that seems to be guided to be here as well. And there is a budding creation of a treatment center focused on dissolving the energies of addiction and the habits that we step into over our lifetimes that causes us to engage in behavior that is unhealthy. So we are here meeting with some friends that are heading the building of that treatment center in this healing place. And it's bringing to life the way to navigate the unknown when it comes to stepping into our creative abilities. So let me know how I sound, and let me know that the sounds going on around me are not disturbing. And if they are, then I'll find another location. I'll do my best. How's it sound out there to you? All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's go ahead and tune in. Jacinta, I'm not able to see my timer to know the time flow. But let me know as we will flow into this topic after we tune in of navigating the unknown. And what is the major key? What is that major key? Tap into the guidance that will allow us to flourish, even though circumstances may seem insurmountable, even though we may not know the way to get through the challenge that we face, even if we can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to talk about a major key that unlocks the door to the adventure of life, right? And being fulfilled while you take it. Okay, so Jacinta, let me know when we get to 10 o'clock, all right? Okay, you out there, Jacinta? Okay, all right, beautiful. So let's bring our hands together, rub them with intention, really feel the pressure between the palms. Notice how you can use that pressure to generate heat. And in our yogic terms, that's called tapa. And that heat is no ordinary heat that you're feeling. This is a heat that will melt obstacles within, meaning any disturbance in the flow of blood, in the flow of your lymph, and in the flow of your nervous system, generating heat through your practice will dissolve those blockages. So even as you're doing this, begin to press harder, breathe deeper. Let a little sigh when you exhale, and stay focused on keeping that heat going in your hands. Got a very special treat at the end of this one, right? That will soothe your brain, clear the optic nerve, and revitalize the cells of your eyes. Yes, I'm a poet and I know it. That's right. Inhale. That breath be deep. Really feel that inhale. Press. You ought to be feeling your arms right about now. Feeling your arms and the melting of the mineral deposits. See? Right? Getting into the lymphatics in the shoulders. Now, a little faster. Breathe deeper. There, that sound. Inhale. Feel the revitalization of this last inhale. Go faster. Press harder. Hold. Exhale, quickly place the center of the palm over the eyes. Feel the energy like it's the sun in your hands, radiating the warmth that you generated, melting the obstacles to the perfect circulation in your eyes, melting the tension in the tendons, ligaments, and muscles of your eyes that allow you to move, that allow you to focus your cornea. It's those muscles, tendons, and ligaments that get tight due to lack of circulation. So allow the energy to seep into the cell of the eyes, into the optic nerve, into the center of the brain. Feel your energy connected to the suns of creation in the cosmos. Feel them flow through your hands because they are your celestial family. They are the stardust you are made of. So when you focus on them, where your energy goes, with that focus, it flows and therefore it returns to you. The law of cause and effect. So feel the center of the brain begin to light up, glow like the stars, spreading throughout every cell of the brain, down the spine, and everywhere the nerve touches. Just imagine you can follow each channel of nerve flow into the body, just like a stream or a river flows from the mountaintop down to the ocean. Feel every cell of the body begin to light up. Relax your shoulders. Deep, long breath. And let the hands slide down, keeping the eyes closed into prayer position in front of your heart. And we'll tune in with the Creator's name, really feeling ourselves as vibratory beings. No more human, vibratory beings. Let all the sounds around me draw you deeper into focus on the sound of your breath and the commitment to this moment that allows you to be in our sacred circle. This ninth sacred circle. Let's inhale together to synchronize. Exhale. Inhale. Feel the stillness within the sounds of life. Exhaling. And we'll chant the Creator's name on one breath. If you're new to it, just follow along. Give, give, give attention to each sound as we inhale together. Oh. 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 Two more. Oh. Last one, a little softer. Oh. Inhale deeply. Hold that breath. Exhale. And just face the palms up on your lap. And just leave them open and feel the center of your palm connected to our sun. And just feel as you breathe through your nostrils that you're also breathing through the palm of your hand. Really feel that breath. Feeling the breath. Feeling the breath. Continue to feel the breath. Feel the flow of the air in. How it nourishes you, how soft it is, and the opportunity to release. Keys to all imbalance are right here in the breath. The keys that unlocks the doors, the many doors that express and explain and tell the story of limitations is right here in the breath. So let's take time this morning and just really feel it. Consider the time during the day that you have opportunity to devote your attention to the breath. Within this key of the breath, to navigate the unknown is to be aware that this breath is something that we all do. Respiration of some sort is something that everything in creation engages in. Stay focused on the breath while you hear my voice. Part of the training today. As you go out into that world, realize everything is connected to the tree of consciousness. And we are focused to move into that awareness. Move into that deep awareness. That we're not just one with all the circumstances that are going on, promoting divisiveness and duality and limitation. That we are part of the intelligence that organized this universe, that put the stars in motion, that puts the waves into the movement of water. We are one with that. Sense how you are supported. Sense the weight of your body on the earth and the points of contact that you are experiencing in your position or positioning of your body. Sense the support of gravity. Right now, we are navigating through life. We are navigating right now. How can we maintain a stillness of our mind? How can we tune in to the intuition and inspiration that is there in every moment to guide us? Our teaching today says it is in watching and feeling the breath that allows us to have awareness of our oneness with creation. If you have your eyes closed, you can open your eyes as we dive deeper into our topic today before we go into a breath practice. Navigating the unknown. Here we are in what is called the Aquarian Age. The movement of the axis of our planet is now moved into the house of Aquarius, bathing in this constellation's energy. The energy constellation of Pisces, we can look back at the last 2,000 years or so and see what that energy was like. Where you had to have a title to be called something, to be something, hierarchical energies flourished. Right? A sense of duality flourished within that hierarchy. And now there's an emerging energy. And today, we're exploring how we are designed to release into our awareness the information that we're looking for. The love mission or encouragement is to move into being a divine scientist, where you are experimenting with these principles. If we can imagine the last Aquarian age, right? What would that be? 20-something thousand years ago, if there's 12 houses, 2,166 times 12. So 20-something thousand years ago, last time we were at the Aquarian age. Maybe that's something to just meditate and play with. What were you doing then? These teachings that we are getting, as we read from Dhyani Yahoo, she traces the teachings back 100,000 years or more for her people. Just consider the journey of your soul. And when we say a divine scientist, saying that you'll step into the experiment of activating now, as we did before the concept, it got activated as inspiration. And then we activated the exercise of it. And maybe so many days later, so many months later, so many years later, we started to levitate. We started to be able to tune in to nature in such ways where we can have a conversation with it, you know, and people say, oh, he controls the water. Oh, she controls the wind. Oh, she controls the earth and allows things to grow. What I'm getting to is, what limits have we accepted through the labels that we have been given by society, the stories that we have been given by the journey of our parents and their parents and their parents and their parents, and what they interacted with? What limitations is it time to dissolve? What limitations are we here to dissolve, coming in this moment at this deep transformative time? So this is our mission, maybe for the week, maybe for the rest of our lives, to activate this awareness that we are one with creation. So many things I can say about what people have said about what that can do for you. But what will it mean to you, just the words coming from our mouth, my mouth, our mouth, however way it's being channeled, right? What would it mean to you, these words coming from our mouth? The awareness that we're speaking of the oneness, it comes from where it comes from. And how you relate to it is the most important thing. What we are describing today are the practices that have been passed on that allows the access to that energy we're calling awareness. So number one, today, cultivate the key, sharpen, shape the key of awareness to unlock the doors of limitations that present themselves to you. So in awareness, are we focused on the door and unlocking it? There's a step before unlocking it. There's something in you that will unlock it for you when we step into the place of awareness. How do we step into the place of ultimate supreme awareness? That supreme awareness is described in ways where you have awareness that you're one with creation. Ek Onkar, right? The creator and his creation are one. Abhund Bweshmaya. Let me step back. Ek Onkar is Gurmukhi, a chant chanted by the Sikhs to come into that awareness by uttering that sound. We chanted Abhum, which is the name of the creator in Aramaic. If we were back 10,000 years or so, we would be with the mystics chanting that, hearing the tone of it, moving our body to it so that we can step into that awareness of our oneness with our creator. All right, we would chant the first line of the Lord's Prayer in Aramaic, Abhum Bweshmaya. The creator, the great parent of creation, is one with its creation. All of these teachings, right? All of these teachings. My beer is not getting in the way of the mic, is it? Sometimes it does. All of these teachings are doing what? Reminding us. The mind will have a motivation to individualize, create identity. It's okay. We're unique beings. It's an intention to experience our uniqueness, right? Just like each flower is unique, each snowflake is unique, but it has its essence of expression. What is your essence of expression? That when you touch it, when you feel it, it nourishes your whole being. It's not just an essence of, like in my case, to please my family, get a PhD. I have a cousin that passed the bar just recently, and then my family's like, okay, you're next. Get your PhD, right? I get these labels to let go and feel your essence, where it heals you, it centers you, right? And you have a supreme awareness of how to guide yourself. Quick example of the results I'm seeing from having this kind of practice. For me, it's in a standing meditation. What will it be for you, where this particular movement you focus on? Now, the roots of it, we're saying, the roots that will lead you into how to move your body, how to nourish your body, the roots of it, the major key is awareness of the breath. Practice awareness of the breath. All right, and we'll go through a practice in a moment, just basic, that you can take into your day. If you're standing, waiting for the ATM, if you're driving, that you can bring awareness, some would call mindfulness, to the moment. Navigating the unknown, traveling here from Nosata, where we live. It's about a 5.5 to 6 hour drive. Roads we've never traveled before, right? But at the same time, it's on the land where we dwell, right? So we're one with these roads, but we haven't traveled them before. But to have an awareness of these roads are similar because now we have the plants that are the same as where we live. There's similarities, right? And you begin to see that as you travel into the unknown of facing the challenge that you need to face, doing the thing that you know you need to do, and walking through the fears because you feel the breath is with you. It's there, just like the foliage and the plants were there with us. With that one voice, thank you, Jacinta, with that one voice of life, pura vida. I still hear people say when we're here, I was on my balcony figuring out, can I do our class, our sacred circle here? And I heard somebody on the phone, they said, pura vida, pure life, pure life. Like, things are happening that give me a frame of reference, even though I'm in a new place. So that supreme awareness. I got off an exit that seemed like the navigation was guiding me to get off, but it wasn't, right? I got off the road. I think it was the 24, 27, Highway 27. I got off, and the road I got onto was pure traffic, trucks, industrial trucks, probably going to the coast to bring their goods, right? It's like, wow. But it was a moment. Another truck was getting out of that traffic line. I didn't know if it was oncoming traffic where that truck was going, but I figured I was safe, right? Can you admit, Joel, um, Jacinta? I figured I was safe as I was behind that big truck. But I didn't, that thought wasn't a thought like I said it to you. It was movement as a thought. I just moved behind that truck. Then I noticed there's an ongoing ramp to the Highway 24 where I was, or 27. And there was no thought. I just got back on, and then I wound up back on the road where I needed to go. All of that was no thought. It was a moment, movement. And I'm encouraging you to move into that devotion with this major key of awareness that you are one with creation. Let it melt the identity of being human and move into the breath and Just feel what it's bringing to you. That's the same thing the masters did when they spent their times in the caves. And you read about these Tibetan masters. And there's one Tibetan master, there's a documentary about, maybe I'll send a link to it, where there was a landslide in the cave where he was dwelling. It took them 6 months to dig him out. He was safe in meditation when they found him. And he said, well, this is what the moment is bringing. This is the teaching. Let me sit in it. Let me become aware. And he spoke about just that awareness of being one with creation. He was in the dark, right? It was no, whatever rations he had of food and water. Once it was done, it was done. He says he didn't know how long he was in there. It didn't matter. So how is time? How can time also create limitations? So let's be aware of how we step into limitations. Everybody all right? How much your spine nice and tall? And let's return to listening to this breath. Closing your eyes just for a moment as I allow myself to tune into our awareness and just see how we will practice our breathing exercises today. So let's bring the ring finger and the thumb to touch. Palms will be faced up, resting on the lap. As we breathe through the cycle of breath, accessing these two channels. So we purify the channel of the mouth that engages the generation of sound and also is designed to tune into the nourishment the body needs and our will to bring that to our mouth. And we'll also be vibrating the nostrils so that we bathe this energy into the brain, right? And allow it to come down to the heart brain and open up the gut brain as we allow the abdomen to relax to feed this energy flowing down to the hips. All right? So we're going to flow in various cycles to access that, and then a few segmented movements to access tuning the mind, right? With the division, right, of how we divide energy into utilizing it in ways of prioritizing the energy of life. All right? Having the awareness to prioritize our life. Okay, spine is tall. We will begin by inhaling through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Find your own pace, depth. Honor yourself if you're on your moon time or pregnant, so there's safe space to take that inhale without any pressure. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Jacinta, let me know when we get to 10, 12. No, 10, 10. Let me know when we get to 10, 10. 10 minutes after the hour. Thank you. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. Focus on the softness of the inhale. Now, on the next exhale, with the index finger, close the right. As you exhale, inhale through the left. And exhale out the mouth. Continue long and deep. Accessing the channel that awakens the moon energy. Calming. Integrating awareness. Integrating the energy of life. Releasing the hyper focus on identity and circumstances. Harmonizing energy of the moon. And the last inhale, hold at the top. Let your right hand relax down. Lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. Draw the navel point in and up, as long as you're not on your cycle or pregnant. Sip a little air. Hold. Feel the cooling, calming energy of the moon. Exhale through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhaling through the mouth. Exhaling out the nose. Inhaling through the mouth. Exhaling out the nose. Hold the air out a moment. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system when we hold the breath out. Calming energy. Inhale through the mouth. Exhale out the nose. Last inhale through the mouth. Deep, open up. Feel your pelvis open, your belly open. Hold at the top. Exhale and relax your breath. Allow it to flow normally. In and out the nose. Focusing on the inhale. So see if you can take time during the day just to center yourself. Simply focus on the breath. This is totally inspired by you all in the moment, and all of our guides, ancestors, angels, all of the intelligent energies have these labels that have been created over time, assisting us. Ultimately, we're directing our attention into awareness. Where our focus goes, that's where our energy flows. Just a couple of sentences about the awareness from this book, Ayurveda and the Mind. Right? Ayurveda and the Mind. I'm sure if you Google that title, Dr. David Frawley, Frawley. I've been navigating the unknown of healing the way the mind operates. Beautiful, Karen, dive into it. I've been moving into the way the mind flows according to the design of our creator, because it feels like my mind is congested with the trauma from the past. Now I can focus on that label. I can focus on the confirmation of the disorders associated with childhood trauma and trauma from the womb, as it's recorded by the allopathic psychological research. But let's move into a more holistic perspective of this human body, as is found in the study of life, Ayurveda, how we interact with the universe, these texts that have been written, of which yoga is a part of, right? So he goes to express true awareness, that we have been calling supreme awareness, as the major key to navigate the unknown in a way where you experience the beauty of life, like the beauty I showed some of you in the scene here in Dominical. How can we face the disturbances that shows up physically? They show up mentally in the way we think about ourselves or what's happening emotionally, as well as spiritually, when we consider the intention of others to control another and cause harm, use violence. How can we restore balance where there's no need for violence to control another, and our focus is on controlling self, so that we generate a clear mind and we create beauty, that we're in harmony with the beautiful nature around us. He says true awareness is the recognition of unity through which we transcend personal limitations and understand the self as all. He says this is the ultimate goal of Ayurveda, and this is the ultimate goal of being spiritually empowered, why this circle has been created around the fire of love, so we can be empowered by our experiences of life and begin to remove the control of the ego, the identity of self, and allow that identity of self to melt into the intelligent flow of creation. That the best way I can describe it, as has been coming to me, is that supreme love, love of the creator that brings us our breath, so we have the opportunity to be conscious of what we have the ability to create. To me, that's an essence that I can best describe as love. How will you describe it for yourself as you navigate into what your journey is presenting, giving you the opportunity to melt into this awareness of who you truly are, right? He says this goal of yoga, which you can say is this goal of being spiritually empowered, aims at releasing us from the sorrow and suffering, from all sorrow and suffering. True awareness is the ultimate cure for all psychological disorders. But to understand it, we must first understand that we start where we are. And as he says, when we are in this awareness and traveling to have that intention to be aware, you're navigating the journey of life and discovering why we are in this moment, why we're in this moment together, why we're in this moment with these organs operating for us. Consider as I check in with you, see if there's any burning questions today. Consider everything wrapped around your consciousness called your human body is doing everything to support you living this life. Now, how will you focus your intention? How will you focus your awareness? As we've said many times, only you have the authority to focus that awareness. Only you. All right? Is everybody all right today before we pray out? How you doing? Okay. All right. All right. Beautiful. Powerful. Beautiful, Juliet. Beautiful. Halo, Philip, Dana. Okay, so let's carry that greatness. Let's carry that awareness of how great creation is and the access that you have to focusing on the breath as a way to mold your key. Yeah, isn't it? But you have this universal key that you can mold it to fit any lock of limitation and release it and open that door and continue on your journey. It's like your brother. There was no traffic jam that can hold him back. I had some LA, New York flashbacks when I saw that traffic jam. And I probably flowed out of it because of my trauma of the traffic. And I used that trauma, the traffic, and navigated out of it in ways that only awareness could, not the mind of Akka, awareness. So allow awareness, right? The awareness of your oneness with the Creator to drive yourself this week, right? A major key of awareness will allow us to navigate through the unknown. All right, let's bring our palms together, pressing them and press them into the heart. As you take this inhale, before we tune out with 3 ohms, just feel this breath for a minute and feel how you're supported. And I'm grateful for your presence in this circle of love today. And as you breathe, just sink into your gratitude for all the challenges you have and begin to see them as ways to focus through it into your ability that awareness will bring. And that way we can give thanks for the challenges. And we'll prepare to tune out with 3 ohms. Inhale. Oh. 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 Thank you, Creator, for guiding us to be together around this fire of love, for guiding Akka to the most perfect place to be a space holder for this sacred circle, and for all the beings that come in to light up this circle of love so we may radiate it throughout creation, allowing the awakening of love in the mass consciousness of our earth family. So there's no longer a need for violence or controlling another. That we awaken our abilities from within to be healthy and to be in harmony and to activate the creative powers of generating beauty. We give thanks for all the revelations of these times that are awakening us to the power of love that flows through our abilities to create. Thank you for this ability to create love and beauty. Thank you for this time to dwell together. We ask that this radiate out to our earth family, our personal family nucleus, into our lineage, and for all our relations. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So it is. Ahom netakweyase. Hallelujah. Namaste. Divinity in me honors the divinity in you. Thank you. Much love to you all. So beautiful to see you, Halo, see your faces. Share this beauty of this land, for you to share the beauty of your land. Thank you so much, and we'll continue growing. Stay tuned. Yes, Dana, thank you for being here. Stay tuned. We're bubbling up some offerings to tune us up and get us ready for the vernal equinox approaching. That's the fall equinox, so it's a time of balance. So we're in the lab creating, remember the lab, Halo? We're in the lab creating some opportunities to deepen into how this body operates. Yay, how this body operates and how we can utilize the technology that's within as we navigate using this technology and navigate these transformative times. What a way to activate the flow of abundance so we're taken care of. And we can enjoy being in a beautiful space no matter where we are. All right, so one love, keep up on your practice this week, honing in on awareness, staying aware, even if it's simple as the breath, stay aware of that breath. Work that muscle, y'all. Okay, one love, and we will see you next week.